y'all. Happy Monday, child. It's Monday. I didn't do a get ready with me this morning because I had an appointment. I had to be at the doctor at 7:30. So I woke up at 6:30 to get ready. So there was no get ready with me because baby, I ain't no morning person. Y'all don't want to see me at 6:30 in the morning. I'm just gonna be real clear. I don't want to be bothered with you, Jesus, nobody at 6:30 in the morning. Okay, so and before y'all get all offensive, Jesus know my heart. Cheers. We got Eliano's because there ain't no Starbucks where we live. But so anyway, I had my was supposed to be in for my women's appointment, a PAP. But y'all know, well, if you don't know, in 2016 I had a total hysterectomy and a bilateral salpingo-oophorectomy. So what that means in English, because you know I just said it in medical terms, what that means in English is that they took all of my reproductive organs. So they took my cervix and my uterus, which are the hysterectomy, right? If you have a partial hysterectomy, that means they either take your uterus or your cervix, right? But I had a total, which they took my uterus and my cervix, and then I had a bilateral salpingo-oophorectomy. What that is my fallopian tubes and my ovaries. So I had all of my reproductive organs removed in 2016. So, you know, what are they looking for down there, right? So anyway, I haven't had an annual. So when I saw my new primary care doctor in February, 6 months ago, whatever the hell that was, she told me that I needed to schedule a PAP with her, and an annual. And I was like, for what? I don't even got no reproductive organs. I don't know if she wasn't listening to what I was saying, if she didn't, because we knew to each other, right? So I'm not sure what it was, but here she come. Baby, when I tell you I was in there, the nurse even was setting up, we ain't got the thin prep. I said, I said, now listen, I know it's been a little while, but I was doing the standby and assisting with preps back with pads back when we were smearing it and spraying and putting the slides together. You know, petri dish days, microscope only days. You know, baby, I remember when we started using thin prep. Okay, so I was like, what? Listen. The cells that go in there are the cells from your cervix. That's the same things you would smear on the slide. That's what they go in there with the brush and the spatula, and they scrape and they get some of the cells from the inside and the outside of your cervix. And that's what they look for in the samples, right? They're checking that, right? But where are you gonna get set? And I tell you that what I asked the nurse. I said, where are we going to get cells from? You know I don't have a cervix. And she said, I don't know. The doctor just told me to set it up. I said, well, okay then. So I guess she went out there and talked to the doctor because the doctor came in laughing. Now, I'm already ready for the exam, so y'all know I was ready to slide till I felt like my behind was falling off the table. Y'all know that rule. So I'm ready, right? Ready for her to come in and bust out laughing, talk about, I don't know what I was thinking. You don't even need. I said, no, ma'am, I don't need it. But I listen, you the doctor. I'm not. I see you. You don't. You know. I choose to see you. So, but yeah. When you get new patients, things happen because. You know, you're taught there's just a way things are supposed to go annually, every couple of years. Like this, how often you're supposed to get checked. And so, you know, but this should ask me about my mammogram. I said, now I sent you my mammogram results. You know I have on my birthday month. They said April. And She said, oh yes, I did see it. She remembered she is a new mom as well. She's been a mom before, but she has a new baby. Oh, the baby's so cute. Y'all know I don't ask to hold babies, but I love babies, talking about them, hearing about their growth, all of these things. Y'all know that's just the doula in me. I don't need to hold or babysit though. That y'all can have it. But I don't like diapers and shit. I'm definitely past that age. But something I talked about with my doctor today is in 2016 when I had my hysterectomy and bilateral supinio oophorectomy. Right after that, I got diagnosed with RA. And the reason why I had to have all of my female organs removed is because I was, I've always had trouble with my menstrual. I was critically anemic in 2016. I was having to do iron infusions like every month. Every 30 days my iron would be low again and I would need another infusion, and so they couldn't figure out why. So they thought it was because of my heavy cycles. So I went to the GYN and we discussed an ablation. So when they went to do my ablation, because of my medical history and because I was on blood thinners, I had my heart attack that year, all of these different things were going on, my anemia, all of these different things, they could not do my ablation in the office. They wanted to do it in the OR, so that they at the hospital, so that they had everything they needed just in case. So anyway, when she went to do my ablation, when I woke up and she told me she didn't do it, because when she went to do it and she saw 2 spots on my uterus that were concerning, and she didn't want to do an ablation, she wanted me to see another gynecologist, a surgical gynecologist. Well, when I got to my appointment, it was a oncology gynecologist. Talk about escalate fast. So we talked. She reviewed the charts, reviewed my my familial history, different things like that, and my history, just different things. And she, we proceeded to just remove everything so that we didn't have to worry about the probability, because of my history, it's a high probability that cancer will come. So on both sides, maternal and paternal. So we went ahead and that's what we did. So in 2016, I was placed in surgical menopause. So I went from having ovaries to not having ovaries. There was no perimenopause. There was none of that, because I was 38 at the time? No, 36. 36 at the time, right? Is that right? How old was I in 2016? I'm 48 now. So I was 37. I'd have been 37. That's the math. Shit. Y'all give me a minute. I'm not thinking about that part. I should take notes before I go live, before I record a talk. Anyway, so when all of that happened, I had a lot of stuff going on, a lot of things. So at the time, I had started RA meds in April of 2017. And so, with RA meds, they increase the probability of your cells mutating and changing in a negative way. So you develop things like lymphomas, Hodgkin's, non-Hodgkin's, different things, right? So I chose, because of that and because of my familial history, we chose not to do hormone replacement therapy. But as you know, I decided in March not to take any more rheumatoid arthritis medications. Also, I think I'm far enough removed. Next year will be 10 years. So I asked my primary care to about hormone replacement therapy today, because listen, The Sahara Desert ain't dry as me. Let me tell y'all a story. I had one time, me and B.S., y'all know I'm married, so we were being married. And follow along. Let me just tell y'all, follow along. I'm tired of getting flagged because I be saying the wrong words. So this will be Sesame Street promotable. Okay, so follow me. So when we was done, when I tell you I was hurt, baby. So I had to go to the ER because I was spotting. So, and hurting. So I went. I promise y'all that the nurse asked me what I was there for. I told her that I had been doing married folks things, and that baby, something was wrong down there. So they, next thing I know, she bring in the doctor. The doctor kneel down by the bed talking to me. I realized then they thought I had an SA. And I would just say, and I was like, no, I really was with my husband and I don't got no ovaries. Because a lot of people don't think that because of my age, right? There really is a thing where people don't believe you got to be a certain age to have certain issues. And that is just not the case. But anyway, I digress. So they were like, what? The doctor was like, oh my gosh. He was like, are you doing any hormone replacement? Blah. Typical doctor conversation. And I had to let him know the reason why I was not, and all those things, right? So anyway, today I was telling the doctor, and she was like, what? And I was like, yes, it's that bad. And that was with, we had lubricant. It just... So I'm tired, and I've noticed, like I was telling her, that I be wanting to just Hulk out. Like I just got I got too much testosterone or something going on. Anyway, she drew the panels, and I'm gonna go see a hormone replacement therapy specialist, and it's really just a gynecologist, but they have studied a little more on hormone replacement therapy. Because of my other medical issues and the other meds I take and different things like that, it needs to be someone who is well versed in HRT, which is hormone replacement therapy. But yeah, listen, I do what I gotta do. I don't have no energy, just nothing. I just feel, as a woman, I feel empty. So it's not a matter of self-love or not. I literally, chemically, my chemical balance is not feminine in it right now. And so we talked about all of that because I feel it. And as much as I be trying, sometimes I be done snapped off. Baby, I be wanting to grab my scrotum. You know what I'm saying? And I don't got one. So listen. So anyway, yes, that was my appointment today. I'm gonna keep y'all posted. And let y'all know, because it may not be an option. I'm not really sure. I've done some research, y'all know me. So I've looked and so I think I think it'll be a good fit, but it definitely has to be I want to talk to someone that I have confidence in that their knowledge and understanding, if they're gonna help me. So yeah, but baby, listen, let me tell y'all something. As a woman, why is there so many changes throughout our life? Like, there's no way Eve caused all of this. God had to have it in the plan. He know everything. So I believe he already know he was going to give us all this stuff to do. Because as a woman, when I tell you my body done been through so many changes, from when I went into puberty, to when I became a mother, to when I started, well, first I started, you know, doing adult things, to when I became a mother, to when I lost a set of twins, to when I had this surgery and I went into menopause, to I was actually post-menopausal because I didn't have no ovaries no more. There was no more function. It went from 0 to nothing, from 0 to -0 fast. So yeah, we listen, and now I'm going through, baby, it's a lot. We go through so much. All because it starts with a W.
At the next light, turn right.
Yeah, so I just wanted to jump on here, do my little actually, this is my get ready with me, but we already ready. We riding. But we headed out of town on our vacation. I'm gonna be doing my get ready with. I'm gonna be doing my morning videos on location this week. Y'all will see the locations. So y'all have a good day. Enjoy your Monday. I hope that you have set your intentions for this week. I hope you've set any goals you got this week, any of your long-term goals. I hope that you are sorry y'all, I done kicked something over on the floor down here under my foot. I hope that you you know, make sure you prioritize yourself, because in order to be any good for anybody else, you have to be your priority, because you ain't nobody else's priority. Because hear me, they should be loving themselves completely so that they can love you completely. So everyone has to be their own priority. That's just what happens. Okay. Bye, y'all.